today's topic is the gut-brain connection in IBS. Have you ever wondered whether your IBS symptoms could be stress-related? I found this interesting article that talks about how this is related. So the gut-brain axis is a term for the communication network that connects your brain and your gut. So these two organs are connected both physically but also biochemically in different ways. So the first thing that we need to look at is the vagus nerve and the nervous system in our body. So neurons are cells found in your brain and central nervous system that tell your body how to behave. There are approximately 100 billion neurons in a human brain. And interestingly, your gut contains 500 million neurons, which are connected to your brain through nerves in your nervous system. The vagus nerve is one of the largest nerves that connects your gut and the brain. It sends signals both directions. So there have been various studies pointing out that stress inhibits the signals sent through the vagus nerve, which can cause problems in the gut. Also, one specific study found that people with irritable bowel syndrome or other types of gut-related conditions like Crohn's disease have a reduced function of the vagus nerve. In addition, an interesting study of mice found that feeding probiotics reduced the amount of stress hormone in their bodies. However, when their vagus nerve was cut, the probiotics had no effect. So this pretty much indicates that the vagus nerve is important in the gut-brain axis and its role in stress. The next important thing to look at is the issue of neurotransmitters. So your gut and your brain are also connected through chemicals called neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters control feelings and emotions. For example, the neurotransmitter serotonin contributes to feelings of happiness and also helps control your body's clock. So interestingly, many of these neurotransmitters are also produced in your gut. So a large portion of serotonin is produced in the intestine. Your gut microbes also produce neurotransmitters called Gaba, which helps control feelings of fear and anxiety. And before I continue with this video, remember to subscribe to this channel because I am soon going to do a video more specifically about GABA and stress in relation to IBS treatment that you just don't want to miss out on. So back to this video. Studies in mice have shown that certain probiotics can increase the production of GABA and reduce anxiety and depression-like behavior. But also the gut microbes make other chemicals that affect the brain and how your brain functions. For instance, your gut microbes produce lots of shorty chain fatty acids such as butyrate, propionate, and acetate. They make shorty chain fatty acids by digesting fiber. So shorty chain fatty acids affect brain function in different ways, for instance, like reducing appetite. You can test for levels of shorty chain fatty acids in your gut by taking a stool test like comprehensive stool and parasitology test, the so-called CSAP test. Gut microbes also metabolize bile acids and amino acids to produce other chemicals that affect the brain. Bile acids are chemicals produced in the liver that are normally involved in the absorption of fat from the diet. However, they can also affect the brain. Studies with mice found that stress and social disorders reduce the intestinal bacteria's production of bile acids. So the next important thing is, how do the gut microbes influence inflammation? So your gut-brain axis is also connected through the immune system, where your gut and gut microbes play an important role in your immune system and inflammation by controlling what enters the body and what goes out. If your immune system is overloaded, it can lead you to inflammation, which is linked to a number of brain diseases such as depression and Alzheimer's disease. Lipopolysaccharides is an inflammatory toxin produced by certain bacteria. It can cause inflammation if too much of it passes through the gut into the blood. This can happen when the gut barrier becomes leaky, allowing bacteria and LPS to cross into the blood. This is called leaky gut which I will be posting some more content specifically on this topic in my next videos. So remember to hit the subscribe button below if you want to hear some more about leaky gut. So inflammation and high LPS in the blood have been linked to a number of brain diseases, including major depression, dementia, and schizophrenia. So as you can see, there is a great connection between the gut and the brain, which leads us to the conclusion that stress management should be taken into consideration in IBS treatment. And perhaps you do not have symptoms of anxiety or depression, but it would, in my opinion, be useful to take this into considerations anyway, because reducing stress is one thing, but another thing is to keep your gut healthy in order to maintain the proper function between the gut and the brain. So remember to click the subscribe button if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.